We have Tomek and Sargis with us. We have the second day of the conference already. And I would like to start with the question related to the yesterday's party, because I know that you both attend the party. If you remember something from the party, what do you think about this kind of idea that at the end of the first day there is possibility to dance, do networking, just meet with other people?
Maybe I will start.
Okay.
I would like to have the party in the beginning of the conference to have that ice-breaking stuff before the conference and people getting each other know and starting to talk a bit more, especially in Poland when people seems to be a bit close. They are a bit shy to ask the question and start the small talks and start the connection. Maybe we need more more in the beginning than in the end of the first day. But generally, the party was really fun. I didn't expect from the IT guys to having such a fun. I had experience in the previous conferences when there was a rock band playing, and there was super good music, and no one was dancing. And the solist guy was disappointed, saying that I did my best, but sorry guys.
So your suggestion is to do the party before the talks, people who are coming.
Yes, suggestion.
On your talk should be after a few drinks and.
Yeah, they start with that, so they will more without ice between each other.
Okay, I have the feeling that you are recommending that your talks are better when you are after a few drinks, so they are more easy to.
Oh, that's another question. I was talking about the people connection, the communication, but if you are about speaking in the conference after having a fun and drinking a bit of alcohol, that's already another story. So I wouldn't. I didn't want to have the talk today because of the yesterday party, because I was sleeping a bit longer and I'm still not super active.
Okay. And Tomek, what is your opinion? That it's better to have party before the talks or after the talks?
Well, before the talks it may be quite difficult to have this party, but for me it's probably the most important part of the conference because of the networking abilities there. I can speak with people with great knowledge, share some ideas, for example, and that's for me the most important part.
Okay, so you enjoyed the party
definitely.
also. Okay, so guys, why the conference is the best conference you ever attend to? Tomek, you can start.
Could you repeat?
Why the conference is the best conference you've ever been to?
Well, probably because of this networking party, because it's quite different than in most other conferences here. Basically because it's in the same place where there is a conference and also a hotel. It's the same place, so it's quite easy to be there for quite a long time, for example. And probably only this. So.
From the speaker perspective, I would say that the organizational part was one of the best one. I had the painless travel plan. Everything was smoothly. Everything was organized. I even didn't worry about anything. How will be this one and that one, and I want to thank you for that. I mean, without that we will also leave. But with this gesture is easier and stressless and everything going smooth. And also the organization of the sessions and the stuff was very smooth. Everything was ready for you. You just jump in and talk to do your part of the job, and that's all. So this one was very, very super organized, and I really like it.
Why do you speak on conferences?
Well, basically because I really believe in knowledge sharing. I think it's really important to share my knowledge or to exchange knowledge with other people on some things I'm currently working on. So it's a bit related to the previous thing I've said, that this networking part is really important because basically I can speak on the topics that I'm not able to speak, for example, during everyday work. So this ability is definitely great, and also discovering new things during, for example, presentations.
What do you mean? Like these cognitive things, like when you are listening to somebody's presentation. Sargis?
For me, I'm really passionate about speaking and sharing the knowledge. It's really addictive when you start to do it and then you cannot stop it, at least in my case. It was very, very hard in the beginning to push myself to go to speak in the public, even there was like just 10, 20 people. That was like I was super closed, and when I start I like, and then I cannot stop it. And when there is like several months not doing something in the public speeches, like sharing knowledge, I have like bad feelings, something bad going to happen. And really I gained like about a 10-year experience in QA and automation, and I feel that the people need some experience sharing, how you get there, what you did, and mainly in my talks you will find like a specific technical thing which I like usually to share with the people, not going into the code and make it boring the talk, but specific solutions that I can suggest. You know, I did this one and I had this positive and a negative stuff in with these two tools and thing, and people really like it. And when people like, they motivate me to go more. Also, another huge part of this conference is the people. Talking to the people, sharing these experiences. Like it's also supporting the party, because party is party yesterday, but the main part of the party we were talking about like testing stuff, quality stuff. Talking about the job stuff during the party, which is like kind of a team building and the sharing knowledge even during the party. So the people is also super important to me, to meet them and to extend my network actually.
Okay, I'm not sure if you have been on our great debate yesterday, because we had there the topic if test automation should be done by testers or programmers, developers. So, what is your personal opinion on this topic?
Well, I haven't been there yesterday, but I think it's a bit related to both of these areas. I mean, both QAs and developers have to work on quality-related things. So I really believe in cooperation of the whole team in this case. For example, developers can do a code review, find some improvements that can be done in case of, for example, tests. And also the QAs are really important here because they basically know this quality assurance related part. I mean, they know, for example, test frameworks, or they have basically experience in this area.
This is one of the painful questions. Yesterday I was in a debate and it was really interesting one. From my point of view, from my experience, again, it's better to share because it's I cannot say which one is the good way, but which was good in my experience. Basically, my background is development, so I started with the development. I get all the certifications and stuff. I was working as in a small development groups, and then I choose the automation. I would right now, what the strategy of my hiring plan? I'm just finding a specific type of the developers and hiring them in the automation, and to make it more attractive and to prove people that this is also development. I mean, I'm just changed the title, calling them software engineering test, which is you are the same software engineer, but you are specialized in the testing tools. I always saying that the testing code should be like with a nice, clean, development-friendly, because in a big scale you will have huge issues. So basically, what I believe I believe in this topic, they have to be a developer. But there is, for example, there is Android developer and there is an iOS developer and there is a test developer. So this is kind of the same background but a different specialization. So I had the successful hiring in my past several years by hiring developers as a software engineering test, and in the most cases I had a success. like people are getting very involved. They're starting to like. You just need to promote the quality assurance mindset and promote a way of the thinking. So we are not writing the code to make something work. We are writing the solution, the code that will find out what is not working in somewhere else. So this is a bit different of the mindset, but the overall abstract background should be the development. Even recently, we had in our company we had an internship for the for the automation QA stuff. We just did an internship with the pure development background and that studying plan, and they become developers. And I had a trainer who was like, in the end, was saying me, I have no idea how you gonna keep these guys in the automation because they are super good in the programming. I said, but they are coming to program. So right now, till for all of them still in the company, and they are super satisfied, and I believe that they will go far.
So their role is currently limited to writing tests.
Framework and the test, and also in the different companies, their approach is different. In the main companies automation, the QA is responsible for the end-to-end test, for example, the Selenium test, Opium test, and the stuff. But in my honest opinion, the automation is not only that. The automation is starting from integration test, API test, backend test. Everything is included in that in that job responsibility. I would only exclude the unit test, which is developer responsibility to write, but the still automation QA should be involved in that process to understand which part of the code is covering, which part of the functionality is the covering. So the next layers of the pyramid will be designed as it should be. It will be pyramid, not a cone. So when you are involved in this kind of the cases, you will. The job will be interesting for the developers, and they will start to grow their career in a right way. Also, I'm trying to promote the idea while you are get a feature development, it's done, and you need to automate the feature. You have to go to read the code of the development. You have to be able to understand what the developer was writing. When you understand, then you will understand in which layer is better to cover this case to have a maximum coverage. Not only going for the Selenium, not going end-to-end test, which is easy to write and very hard to maintain, and it's very expensive to maintain in the future. But it put in the right level to get a better coverage. In this manner, yes. This is the whole picture that I want to see how the automation team and how the automation. I mean, let's say it's software engineering test position looks like for me. So it have to be attractive for the developers also. But there are still people whom I will not encourage to become a software engineer in test because they have a super different mindset, and they are better to be in the development. And from other hand, I'm always saying that there is no bad specialist or bad engineer. You have to find the exact place when they can be more effective. So if you feel that this guy could be more effective in the development, just push him to the development. If you feel that this guy could be more effective in the testing, let's do it. In my experience, I had a both. We shift the software engineer in test to the software engineer position, and we took the software engineer to the software engineer in test.
Great. Very good experience. Do you have any comments to this?
Well, I more or less agree with that, so probably I don't have any more comments currently.
Okay. Great. Do you have any other improvements to the conference than the one that the party should be on morning?
Don't take it serious, please.
I already took, sorry. I'm already analyzing, maybe we should tell Sebastian. Sebastian, you should change the time of the party for morning. So, any other improvements?
I would like to. I mean, the hotel is super good, and the rooms are super fine, everything fine. But the overall location is not the attractive one, because I cannot find here a shop. I cannot find any restaurant or do something even in the free time, which was like, okay, going to the room and sleeping a bit more. It's also good in this manner, but yeah, I would like to have at least a shop nearby.
Tomek?
Well, I am fourth time here at TestWarez conference, and I think that it's one of the best conferences I've ever been in. And probably the only thing is the location, because every year it's quite difficult to arrive there. So I've been in Karpacz and Toruń, Zakopane, and this time at Ossa, and basically in every case it was quite difficult to arrive at the conference.
And this location is a little bit in the middle of nowhere, so...
Yes, and it's in the center of Poland, but it's just middle of nowhere here.
It's not the middle, it's the center of the nowhere.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and for your opinions. And have a nice time during the rest part of the conference.
Thank you for hosting us. Thank you very much.